Good health is foundational for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We need to be the primary person responsible for our own health. Big government, pharmaceuticals, big food corporations cannot and are not the primary source of our good health. We need to take responsibility for our own health, but that requires that we make some changes. So how do you go about making changes? It can feel overwhelming. But today we're going to look at the steps you can take to make some healthy choices in your life. I'm Lori Friesen with Living Well Up Here. Let's get started. Our lifestyle choices for good health rests in our hands. Did you know that most chronic health conditions are caused by our poor lifestyle choices? So now is the time to take back our health. Are you with me? So what do we need to do? What kind of changes do we need to make? Now that's going to be up to each and every one of us individually. You know yourself best. We're all at different stages, different ages, different life circumstances. So look at your life and think, okay, what isn't working? Are we struggling with exhaustion? Are we struggling with a poor diet? Are we struggling with lack of movement or lack of connection to others? Really, only you can decide. Now, we can't do everything. It feels overwhelming, but we could do one thing. So unless you have like a major health crisis that requires a huge overhaul, just choose one area of your life that you would begin to make some changes for the better. Today, I'd like to use the analogy of a long run. Now I know the most of us, the majority of us, are not really into running, but I think we could look at the steps that are needed to prepare for a long run and utilize those same steps for whatever change we want to implement in our life.
Okay, so today I am running a half marathon, 13.1 around Bear Valley Springs.
So I've been thinking about doing a half marathon for a long time. It's always kind of been on my heart a little bit that that's something that I wanted to challenge myself to do. I've decided to run a half marathon many times over probably the past 3 years. And I'll get into the training and I'll get a group of people who want to do it, and then for some reason or another, we've all decided maybe it's not the right time, or maybe I felt like it wasn't the right time, and so I just haven't pulled the trigger and really commit to doing it this time and training. Something that really stuck with me is this quote by Rachel Hollis. It's, "Hope is not a strategy." And so just hoping that come middle of May I was going to run 13 miles, that really isn't a thing. Hope is not a strategy. You have to plan, you have to be purposeful, and you have to be intentional. And that really is kind of the driving force behind being successful in achieving your goal.
Catch up. I'm gonna run a few miles for you, but I just want to tell you how stinking proud I am of you. It's not even about today, but all the work you put into getting to this moment. You can accomplish anything you want. I love you so much.
There definitely were several roadblocks that came up during the course of this 3 months of time in training. And one of the primary roadblocks that I just have had to do so much pivoting around is this global pandemic. I'm midway, probably about 6 weeks into my training, and the race is canceled. And I took 2 days to think about, how much reliance I was putting on the people at the race and the fee that I paid for the race and the trip that I was gonna take. And that was kind of what originally was propelling me forward into training and being consistent. And I decided that those are really limiting beliefs.
A little bit. How you feeling? Almost on mile 9, girlfriend. I'm feeling awesome because I have all these awesome people who are like showing up for me. So it's really cool and helping me get to the end.
Yes, girl. Woo! You show up for all the people, and they show up for you.
Thanks, girl.
We love you.
Thank you. Love. Awesome.
And is it nice to have a friend? 1,000%. Is it nice to have the beer at the end of the 13.1 miles? Absolutely. But I just decided that this time I wasn't gonna quit, and this time I was gonna make it happen.
But you know, doing a half marathon is really something that is another level. And so I knew I was gonna need some more knowledge than I already had within myself in order to achieve this goal. And it's gonna sound really simple and really easy, but it's the truth in that I went online and I typed in half marathon training program and I printed it out and then I followed that program.
Just some of Lindy's adoring fans on the route. Check her out. Like, you go, girl. There goes my badass sister. Kicking butt, taking names. Mile 11, a little more than mile 11, 11 and a half. Gotta dig deep if I want to keep up with this beast.
Whenever you're gonna be jumping on to a training program or a plan for working out, whether it be a half a mile walk with your dog or a few laps in the pool, it's always important to really consider, what are you putting in your mouth?
Something that has always helped me, kind of a hack, if you will, is really writing down what I'm setting out to do. So the goal is a half marathon. Let me get my calendar out. What does that look like? Really writing it out on my calendar. Monday, I'm running 3 miles. Wednesday, I'm running 4 miles. Thursday, I'm doing strength training. And writing it down, planning it in every single day, what I'm gonna be doing. And I did that for 12 full weeks. I just think it's really important to visualize what you're gonna feel like on the day of the race and what you're gonna feel like when you finish the race. And really tapping into your why and why you're doing it, why you're moving towards a goal that you've set for yourself. And for me, doing this half marathon, I really just wanted to show myself that I can do something hard and everything is within me.
Also, kind of visualization and manifesting your goal really helped me. So tapping into what is it gonna feel like after you train solid for 3 months? What is it gonna feel like the day that you go out and run that 13.1 miles? And it will be different for everybody, but for me, it really, the feeling that I was manifesting is, accomplishment, confidence, health, setting a great example for my children, and all of those were really kind of my why. And that also helped propel me with the training, is tapping into that why. Why are you doing this? Why is it important? I'm Lindy Sear, I'm 34 years old, and I crushed a half marathon. So now we're 1 week post half marathon day, and I've really taken the week to kind of rest and regroup and really try to think about what is next on my agenda. And I've really had to reflect on the seasons that I've been through. I've been through seasons where my nutrition is on point, where I've been really making a lot of traction towards my goals in both fitness and the way that I was eating. And then I've had a lot of seasons where, you know, I haven't been that active and I've been eating Entenmann's Donuts down aisle 4 at our local Albertsons, and really trying to kind of use all of those as lessons to really drive me forward, keep moving forward, giving grace when things aren't exactly the way I want them to be, and also celebrating the times that I'm really on point with the direction that I'm headed. So I want to be intentional and purposeful about this next goal that I'm going to set, but I know that I will be setting more goals, and I just don't know what they'll be. We'll have to wait and see.
There you have it. 7 steps or outline for how you can implement change in your life. There's awareness, there's roadblocks, there's desire, what's your why, getting the knowledge, making goals, an action plan, sticking with it, perseverance, and then lastly, Kaizen, which is that continuous improvement. So when it comes to change, we could say, well, one day or day one. I hope you found this helpful in creating an outline for your change in your life that you choose. If it's helpful, I have those changes listed in a list below, or we have also possible roadblocks that you could change to affirmations. And if you'd like this video regarding how to be healthy here in Tehachapi and beyond, please leave a comment, ask a question, or please like or subscribe below. Thank you so much for watching. Be well, my friends. Bye.